studios in Lincoln. 1011 News at 10 starts now.
The shock sets in for the UNL club hockey team as they deal with the loss of a friend and teammate.
On a day of worship, one church discovers the damage done by burglars. Now they wonder, could it be related to other break-ins?
A wife accused of stabbing her husband. Tonight, neighbors answered his call for help. It's our top story on 1011 News at 10. Good evening, I'm Bridget Margin.
Hi everyone, I'm Owen Jensen. A stabbing in a Lincoln neighborhood stuns the people who live there. And tonight, police say the victim is still in the hospital.
It happened at 2501 Nancy Drive. That's just west of 84th and Layton in Northeast Lincoln. And that's where we find 1011's Joe McHale live. Joe.
Bridget and Owen, neighbors tell me that they saw the man with blood on his clothes as he crossed this street from his house to a neighbor's home, the one right behind me. And now the neighbors don't know him very well, but they wanted to help. They let him inside, and then they helped him call 911. And then when I arrived on scene, police were handcuffing the woman they say stabbed her husband inside of their home. Neighbors say police initially surrounded the house with guns drawn for safety reasons, but police told me the wife came out peacefully. Emergency crews immediately took the man to the hospital, and they also took the woman, who police say had cuts on her hand. Neighbors say they initially didn't think anything had happened.
He was walking across the street, and not knowing anything was going on, we just thought he was going over to a neighbor's house, and 2 minutes later, fire trucks, police cars were here, and then we got carted out and saw some blood on his pant leg.
Neighbors told me this is a quiet neighborhood, nothing like this has ever happened before, and that they've seen the couple out walking together. Now back out here live, you can see that there is a cruiser still behind me. In fact, there's a couple cruisers here on scene. Right now, police are inside the home, still continuing their investigation because they had to wait to obtain a search warrant. And I was able to speak with police, and they have not yet arrested the woman. She is, of course, in the hospital. As for her husband, he has non-life-threatening injuries, which is good news. Still a serious ordeal, though, but we'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more and what actually led up to the stabbing. Reporting live in Lincoln, Joe McHale, 1011 News.
All right, Joe, thank you very much for that report.
A follow-up on a 19-year-old who died after a gun discharge this morning. Police arrested an 18-year-old in the incident. Fremont police say Andrew Marty faces charges of manslaughter and use of a firearm in commission of a felony. Police wouldn't confirm if he's the shooter. Now, police and fire crews responded to a medical emergency around 10:30 this morning. An ambulance took the 19-year-old to Fremont Health, where he died. Officers didn't explain how the gun went off.
Well, a Bennett pastor is practicing what he preaches tonight, forgiveness. This after someone broke into his church and stole equipment. It was one of several burglaries in the village this past week. Now, earlier in the day, before the breaking news you just saw in Lincoln, telling us Joe McHale was in Bennett, and he has this story.
The laptop was sitting right here on my desk.
I really felt really sad and actually kind of hurt.
Reverend Darren Corder was in shock when he found out someone had the nerve to break into Bennett Community Church.
And didn't want to believe it.
Lancaster County Sheriff's deputies say the burglary happened sometime between Thursday night and Saturday afternoon. The crook pried open this door to get into the church and steal a laptop used for sermons.
And then we have our 3 crosses that are now cemented.
Corder says this isn't the first time someone caused problems at his church.
Crosses that we have that are outside on metal stakes taken. Church sign was shattered, the glass was shattered out.
When they tried to gain entry here, they bent the lock.
Down the street, several other businesses were targeted during the same time frame as the church, including Thirsty's Bar and Grill. The same marks are on the front door, but the burglar wasn't able to get in.
So they went to the back of our building, went to crawl over our fence and broke part of the fence and broke a window that we have bars over the window so they couldn't gain entry.
Next door at the village office, recognize these marks, and across the street at Bill's Trophy Shop. You guessed it, same story, someone broke in. As for Reverend Corder, he knows forgiveness is important.
Being a sacred place, being the pastor.
But right now, he just wants justice. Reporting from Bennett, Joe McHale, 1011 News.
One more note here, in all 4 of the burglaries, total loss or damage ranged from $5 to $500, and if you have any information, you are asked to contact the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office.
Now, a first look at your forecast with meteorologist Tony DeGrand.
Well, looking at the high temperatures from today, you'd think it was a fairly nice day, but our high temperatures occurred just after midnight for most of us here in eastern Nebraska. Now, the high temperatures in western Nebraska, well, that was a different case. They warmed up to 56 degrees this afternoon in McCook, 55 in Imperial, 52 degrees in North Platte. But our high temperature here in Lincoln occurred at 12:47 this morning, and we stayed cool for most of the day with 45 degrees of high temperature in Grand Island, 40 degrees in Norfolk. Right now it's 30 degrees in Lincoln, 27 in York, 27 degrees in Columbus, 28 in Grand Island, still 40 degrees in McCook, and 43 degrees in Imperial. We've seen mostly cloudy skies for much of the day, but now the skies are beginning to break up a little bit in central and western Nebraska, and I think we'll see partly cloudy skies here through midnight, and then mostly clear skies for tomorrow. Temperatures tomorrow are looking mighty nice. Wind direction right now is starting to turn to the southwest, and that's going to usher in some warmer temperatures for us for tomorrow. Highs tomorrow are going to be, well, much warmer than they were today. Don't want to tell you just how warm. You'll have to wait until the full forecast to see that. But we will see some sunshine for the beginning part of our week and mild temperatures once again. But how much longer will those last? I'll let you know just how much longer we can see those really nice January temperatures coming up in just a bit.
All right, Tony, see you later. Well, a prayer walk in Omaha ended early after two fights broke out.
The large vigil started peacefully as the group prayed for justice and an end to gun violence. The event follows a shooting that killed 3 people and hurt 5 others yesterday morning. But after the formal prayers stopped, that's when the fights broke out. Organizers told attendees to go home as police swarmed the area to break it up.
This is raw emotion. This is not make-believe. This is people that have lost loved ones. And so put yourself in their shoes. The people have lost loved ones at the end of the day, and we're here trying to comfort, and the families themselves are asking for respect, they're asking for peace. None of them are asking for any type of retaliation. All they're asking for is for justice be done the right way.
Fortunately, after the fights, no one needed medical attention.
At the same time, Omaha's police chief is pleading for information about the early Saturday shooting. The chief says as many as 50 people were in or near the home when multiple shooters fired gunshots around 2 a.m. yesterday. Most people at the party refused to help police. Investigators urge anyone with information to come forward or submit a tip anonymously to Crime Stoppers. A $25,000 reward is being offered for solid information. The 5 people hurt were listed in stable condition.
Expect to see more police officers in parts of Grand Island this week. The department is looking to tighten up traffic enforcement. Starting today, police officers will be focusing on the area near 2nd Street and Broadwell. It's in response to an increase in crashes in the area. The enforcement times are random, but officers say they'll be trying to patrol at least 1 hour a day. It will run through next Sunday.
Well, Friday, the UNL Hockey Club raised money to help a teammate battling cancer. Little did they know he would barely live just 24 more hours.
Teammates say Zach Miller was everything to them, a leader, friend, and inspiration. New tonight, 10/11's Amanda Saltero has the story.
Teammates say Zach Miller never once complained about his disease and never made it about him. It was always about his team.
It was almost seemed like it was impossible for cancer to even bother him.
But early Sunday morning, his friends and team heard the news they never hoped to hear.
I heard last night that there was a pretty decent chance he wasn't going to make it through the night, and I was walking home last night and I actually happened to see our coach, and he was on the side of the street crying, and that's kind of when I knew.
The team and coaches called a meeting at Andrew's house around 2 a.m. to grieve and share memories.
We know he was there too, because I could feel it. I really could.
Players described Zach as an inspiration, someone they could all look up to, and a comedian.
I lined up across from him. I didn't know anybody on the team at the time. And he looks at me and goes, "Hey, don't hit me, I have cancer." And I look at him and I was like, "What?" And then he started laughing as he skated away.
Zach served as president of the team for the past 4 years, all while fighting to beat leukemia. When the cancer came back for a 3rd time, the team got to visit him in October, a lot of them seeing him for the last time.
I was telling the guys last night, this really hurts and it's tough, but if we can learn something from it and be better people, then I think that's what Miller would really want.
While Zach lost his fight to cancer, his team will now fight in his honor. In Lincoln, Amanda Saltero, 10/11 News.
Our teammates agreed that even though this was a hockey club, Zach made that club into a family and he will be greatly missed. The team says they're still dealing with the immediate shock of his death, but will find a way to honor Zach.
Well, how much are you willing to pay for a gallon of gas right now? And how long can prices stay under $2? One interesting prediction later on.
Are you traveling to the East Coast? Check your flights. They could be canceled as the Northeast braces for a blizzard. That's later on.
And the Northeast will see some heavy snowfall. What will we see any here back home? I'll let you know coming up in just a bit. First, we'll take a look at your Lincoln to Grand Island weather almanacs.